He went to bed the richest man in the village and woke up with absolutely nothing. They say greed has a voice. It whispers, "Take more." It promises, "You deserve it all." But in this village, greed did not whisper. It destroyed. In a prosperous African village surrounded by rivers and farmlands lived a man named Kalu. Kalu was rich. Not just rich, extremely rich. He owned the largest farmland, the biggest house, and barns filled with yams, grains, and livestock. While others measured wealth in food, Kalu measured his in excess. Yet, despite having more than enough, Kalu was never satisfied. When villagers greeted him, he barely replied. When children passed his compound hungry, he shut his gates tighter. To Kalu, sharing was weakness. "What is mine, he often said. "The world owes me nothing." One year, disaster struck. The rains stopped, crops dried up, hunger crept into every home. Families gathered whatever little food they had left. Mothers cried silently at night as their children slept hungry. But Kalu, his barns were still full. Villagers came to him, kneeling, begging. "Kalu, please sell to us at a fair price. Our children are starving." Kalu smiled, but not kindly. He raised his prices 3 times higher. "If you cannot afford it, starve," he said coldly. That night, cries echoed across the village, while Kalu slept comfortably. One evening, an old woman approached Kalu's gate. Her clothes were torn. Her voice was weak. "My son," she said gently, "greed attracts consequences. Share what you have." Kalu laughed. "Old woman, leave my compound before I call the guards." The woman looked at him deeply and said, "Tonight, your wealth will answer your greed." She turned and disappeared into the darkness. Kalu shrugged it off. He believed money protected him from everything. That night, the wind howled, thunder shook the earth, but Kalu slept peacefully until a loud crash woke him. His barns were burning, livestock screamed, grain turned to ashes. As he ran outside, thieves raided his storehouses. Floodwaters rushed in from the river he had blocked for personal use. By dawn, everything was gone. Every barn, every coin, every possession. The sun rose. Kalu stood barefoot in his compound, now empty. He went from house to house begging for food, but the same people he once rejected now turned away. "Did you not say everyone should fend for themselves?" they asked. Kalu wept. For the first time, he understood that wealth without compassion is poverty. Days later, the old woman returned. She said nothing. Instead, she handed Kalu a small bag of food. Kalu knelt and cried. From that day on, Kalu changed. He worked the land with his hands. He shared what little he had, and slowly, trust returned. But he never became rich again. Some lessons are learned too late. The moral of this story is simple. Greed may fill your hands today, but it empties your future. Kindness is a wealth that never disappears. What would you have done if you were Kalu? If this story touched you, like, share, and subscribe to Story by Ella for more powerful stories with life-changing lessons. Until next time, remember, what you give always returns.